Have you ever watched someone get hurt, really hurt, and instead of yelling, instead of crying, instead of doing anything at all, they just went quiet? We assume pain is loud. We assume wounded people protest, demand to be heard, make their suffering known. But some of the most deeply hurt people you'll ever meet won't make a single sound. And that silence, it's one of the most psychologically complex things a human being can do. Here's what nobody tells you. When someone goes quiet after being hurt, they are not doing nothing. Their brain is working overtime, replaying the moment on a loop, analyzing every word like a forensic investigator at a crime scene, rehearsing conversations that will never actually happen. The silence on the outside is a full storm on the inside. And one of the cruelest misunderstandings in human relationships is mistaking that stillness for indifference, when really, it means they care so deeply that they can't find words big enough to hold it. Psychologists trace this back to avoidant attachment, a pattern identified by John Bowlby and expanded by Mary Ainsworth, shaped in childhood when showing vulnerability led to dismissal, more pain, or emotional chaos. The brain made a quiet calculation early on. Silence is safer than speaking, and decades later, that reflex still fires automatically. What's remarkable is that these people don't feel less than others. Research shows they often feel significantly more. They've simply learned to suppress the outward signals so efficiently that even their face tells a different story from what's happening inside their chest. Neuroscience adds another layer. Emotional pain activates the same neural pathways as physical pain. The anterior cingulate cortex lights up identically whether you've been burned or betrayed. So going quiet after being hurt isn't coldness. It's closer to the body going still after a real injury, a protective pause while the system tries to stabilize and make sense of the damage. People who go quiet are often extraordinarily empathetic. They've felt enough pain to know how sharp words can be, so they hold theirs back. Their silence is, in a strange way, a form of care for themselves and often for the person who hurt them. But that same beautiful restraint can become a prison. When the quiet turns into permanent walls, the people who love them are left reaching into a void, and the person inside the silence starts disappearing slowly, even from themselves. So here's what I want you to hold on to. If this is you, that silence was once wisdom. It kept you safe when nothing else could. Honor that. But you don't have to keep disappearing to stay protected. You are allowed to speak, even imperfectly, even mid-tremor. And if you love someone who goes quiet, don't chase them with noise. Sit near their silence. Let them know the door is open without forcing them through it. The quietest people carry the loudest inner worlds, and when they finally choose to speak, it's worth every second of the wait. If this resonated, drop a comment below. I read every single one.